Hi everyone, my name is Harriet Daku, and today I'll be talking about team conflict management. So before we go into it in detail, we should first understand what the word conflict is. I know when you hear about conflict, you'll be like, it's the whole fighting and boxing and all that. Yeah, you are not totally wrong, you're not far from it. It all start from there or generates to that phase. So, but today I'll be looking at it in work aspect, like conflict at work, conflict when you're in your working place, conflict with your colleagues. So that is why I'll be addressing team conflict management. So, what is conflict? Dr. Barbara Binolai, she defined conflict as she says is normal. I know, right? She calls it, she said it's normal and natural part of any workplace. Yes, like you can't hide from it. There is no workplace that there there is no workplace that you say, okay, this place there's no conflict, this place there's no conflict, like we are free from conflict. That is a lie. So, and she said she did not actually stop there. She also said that conflicts can lead to loss of productivity, absenteeism, and mental health issue. These three things are very vital. Just imagine in your working place and every time some group of people they quarrel, they argue over irrelevant things. So if like let's just take a scenario where two people always argue in a group and it gets to a point where one party cannot stand to be in the same place with the other person. Definitely when there's a job to do and it requires the both parties to come together, then party A might say, oh, so I'm going to see that guy again in the office, or I'm going to see this girl again. Do you know what? Let me just call him sick. I just call the HR and be like, oh, I'm sick. I'm not feeling fine. I'll not be able to come today. I'm so sorry. Just give some flimsy excuse just to avoid seeing the other person. And when that person end up not showing up at work that day, then what what impact does it do to the company? If they were working on a project that they were supposed to deliver or they have deadline, then they will be slow. It might lead to loss of productivity, and for that person to be going off work because of another person, definitely there's so many things going on in here. The person is thinking about it every time, and if not properly managed, can cause the person like mental health issue. So we've talked about what conflict is, and I'll go further into explaining how best to manage conflict using a scenario. So to manage conflict, I highlighted some few points, and the first on my list is accommodating, which is very, very important. Compromising, collaborating. Then I call this competitive spirit, avoiding, communication, like you communicate and you listen, staying calm, and the last but not the least is taking up the issue to your HR or your leader in the organization. But these points, I don't really regard it as a point where we all should get to. I feel like when you do the others, then you don't really need this last one. So let's say that in an organization where they have a group of people working on a project and this project have a deadline. Okay, let's say the project was given to them a week ago and they're meant to submit it the next week. So meaning they need to be fast, they need to brainstorm, they need to come together almost every time. And in the course of doing that project, then someone says, no, no, I think we should do it this way, trying to contribute. And I say, I think it should be this way because of my ideas. Give my ideas. So we've got two different ideas. But even if my idea is better, or the group feels my idea is better, and the person says, no, I think we should do it this way, continue emphasizing on why we should use his or idea. What I will do is try to see how we can merge both ideas together, or see what she have or he has in his or her idea that we can take up, and what I have that is not in what he or she has, then take it, merge both together and make it to become one. What this means is we did not discard both ideas. We picked information from this, information from that, making it to become one idea. By so doing, everyone will be happy. Every group will be happy. And if it happens that, okay, what the other person presented is more than what I presented, I don't need to emphasize that they must use mine just because I want to feel all right or I want to feel okay. No. I can avoid any form of conflict. I'll be like, oh, you know what? I think we should go with yours. Compromising, avoiding. Like, there would not be any issue trying to arise that will cause any conflict in the group. And this also shows how mature you are when you do something like this. Also, you can see where communication also plays the part in here, because when she says, no, I think mine is better, and I said, oh, okay, let's see how we can merge both together, or listen to why ours is better. Like, you don't just talk and talk and talk, try to also listen. Maybe by so doing, you will get an important point from that person. Or maybe you might feel, "Oh, there's nothing this person is going to give to me." But even though, just listen. And when you listen, when you also want to talk, the person will also feel like, oh, she listened to me, so I think I should also give her the same. Listen, and there will not be any room for conflict, anything. You guys will collaborate, you accommodate each other, you compromise, you avoid conflicts, communicate, everyone stay calm, and there will not be any need to involve the HR if you do all this. But in the instance where all these are done and the other party still keep on, like, and is going getting to that physical aspect of communication which you guys, I know you thought of when I said conflict, then in order for it not to reach that point, I would suggest you just inform your leader, HR, so they can help resolve the issue for you to have peaceful resolution in the group. So I hope you have been able to grab one or two from this today. Thank you very much and see you some other time. Bye.